Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, we are trying out some new makeup and I want to say I only had like one fail, but the rest of it, and there was one that I'm just in shock and awe of that I will definitely be going to that brand again and picking up more items. Before we jump into it though, you guys, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see what products I used to get this look, just keep watching. So I'm not going to use a new eyeshadow palette because I picked up something that I want to try out, and this is from a brand from the United Kingdom. This is Kmart Cosmetics, and they have like loose pigment, like flakes. I can't explain them because when you look at them, they look magnificent. So this gold shade is Flamethrower. And then the reddish blue is Phoenix. Now they are loose pigments, like I said. I am gonna swatch them. And if I, like, that's the one thing. I'm really intrigued by these. So I might pick more up. Oh my, the heck? I'm intrigued to see how these work, but they catch the light so well on my hand and I don't think it's translating on camera. I kind of want to use this one because I have been gravitating towards the like pinky magenta, and this has like a blue gold orange shift. They are a little messy, I will say that. But there is that protective cover in there, and I didn't want to take it out because I'm afraid that if I do, it's not going to press everything down, and if I didn't have it and open the cap, it might fluff everywhere. So right now I have it where it's just like pressed on the inside. So it does adhere pretty good to my finger. And see, I think you can see the colors a little bit better on my finger. It's when I go to swatch it that I don't know that it's translating as well. I might have to use like my silicone brushes for this, but that's why we're here, right? So that I can try things out and tell you what works best. Now, since I have these two loose pigments, I think I'm just gonna stick with a neutral palette to just kind of build the outside. And I'm using my Lunar Beauty Nude Prism. This is one of my favorites. It stays over here actually, and I reach for this for work quite a bit. You can see like my nude shades in here. If you saw my military makeup video a couple back, you know that I stick with neutrals for work. So this is one of those that I just definitely reach for because you have the nude shades, you have the brown to black shades, and then you have some really neutral shimmers, which I love, hence the name Nude Prism. Everything I use, whether I talk about it or don't talk about it and it's used in the background, will be linked down below with clickable links, so definitely go check those out. The first shade I'm going to go into is Vibes. This is just a light peachy tan brown. Today is the day that I can't describe color. Alright, that's weird. So this is just going to go into the crease. It's one of the first shades that I use to just kind of like build, unless I want like a pinky shade. And then I'll go for like Cherry Blossom. But if I'm talking about brown neutrals for work, this is the palette that I reach for. I'm going to go into the shade Moody, which is just a basic chocolate brown shade. I don't know that I'm going to use black to deepen it up, but we'll see. So fluffy crease brush first, just to kind of like get my base and disperse it before I switch to my compacted smudge brush to make it more intense. I was actually really excited when I saw this brand pop up. They were on my Instagram like recommendations. I think I was at a baseball game. I went to the game, I was having fun, but I also was like playing on Instagram because sports. My boyfriend loves sports and specifically baseball. So I went, but I wasn't like 100% into the game. And I saw them pop up on my feed and I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued. So I wanted to try it out. They will be linked down below. That way you can find them easier. This Nude Prism palette is like one of those that you just need for your basics. So we have a nice brown smoky eye. It's a good base. I might deepen this up a little bit more. I do think we need a little bit of the black shade. All right, I'm gonna go into the shade Deeper, just a smidge, just on my pencil brush, just to deepen up the outer V area. Nothing too crazy. Have you guys seen the movie The Mother with Jennifer Lopez on Netflix? I watched it this morning while I was drinking my coffee, and that movie, go watch it if you like action and you want to see J-Lo like you've never seen her before. I wasn't sure what to expect. Like, you can get hit or miss on Netflix movies, but that movie, it was good. It was really good. Was it all realistic? Sure. But I actually really liked the movie. Started watching it last night trying to fall asleep, and then I needed to go to sleep. It was almost midnight. But I finished watching it this morning. So I think the pigment, it might stick on my p.louise base, but I think I'm gonna help it stick a little bit more. I have my Lit Cosmetics. This is their Daily Wear glitter base, but I also have the Anastasia Beverly Hills glitter adhesive. So these two I would definitely recommend. I'm gonna use my Lit because it's a smaller bottle. So I'll just use like a flat concealer brush because it's gonna give me more defined edges. And I'll just, it may be a little too wide to get all the way in there. So I just kind of go back and forth until it like gets enough. And you can just kind of place the liquid where you want it so it'll adhere. Now the one thing I like with the glitter base with a brush, you can actually dip into it and it'll pick it up and then start placing it. Now I could probably also ever so slightly and then start placing it too. And now it's a little more intense. But I'm just going in slightly so I don't like get tons of product like I just did. But it's gonna stick to wherever you put the glitter glue. And once it dries, I'll go and like flake it off. So now we have our shape because we defined it with the glitter glue. We have our shimmer on, which looks stunning. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And it laid down so nicely. Let me go ahead, do this eye. I'll be back and we'll kind of finesse things. Okay, you guys, so I said we were going to come back and finesse these once they were dry. Taking a fluffy crease brush, no extra product, just on the outer edges where you might have some loose particles, just go and brush and it'll flake them off. Now I still have like glitter right here. I have my wet makeup wipe. You can just go and wipe that off. This is also why I don't do my base products until after I do my eyeshadow, because if I have a shimmer or glitter or whatever and it just ends up all over, try and get whatever you can off before it ends up in your foundation. Because that'll be my luck, is I'll do my foundation and everything looks good, but there's like that one piece of glitter that's just like, hey, hello, how are you? It ain't cute. All right, now I have the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Pore Defense Primer. I don't know that this is new. I was at Walmart, I was going through the makeup aisle. There were a couple new things that I did pick up, but I saw this and I was like, I haven't used Hard Candy in a long time. So the Pore Defense Primer wears for hours, helps minimize the appearance of pores, oil-free and silicone-free. So, and I want to say this is like $6 at Walmart, but I'm definitely going to age myself. At one point, Hard Candy was in department stores at the mall and super freaking expensive. And I all of a sudden no longer saw them and I was like, where did they go? Because I loved their, I have like their loose glitter like from back in the day, but okay, there's no scent to it and it looks green. But when I saw that it was at Walmart, I was like, I need to try this out. It does have kind of like an interesting scent. It's not super intense, but I can smell it now. They had some other things that I was interested in, but I didn't pick them up because they didn't have like the shade that I wanted. I figured I would look online and see if I could find it, but figured I would try the primer and see what it was all about. I do have a new foundation, which one of my big like don't do type of things is new foundation, new primer. I'm breaking that rule today because I just wanted to try it and see, and I was like, you know what, new from the drugstore, I'll take it. And then I'll just push it in or press it in around my porous areas. So I'm interested to see. It really doesn't look like it did anything. It really doesn't, honestly. All right, I'm gonna take just a little bit more and like press it in this area. It is kind of thin, so I'm just like, I have a couple that I really like and I know are gonna do the job, but they are not $6. Actually, is it NYX that has the Angel Veil something? I need to repurchase that one. I really liked that one and it was affordable at the drugstore. All right, I'm gonna let that sit and dry for a second. So I saw this, I think it was Tati who had it on her channel, and I was like, ooh, I want to try this. This is the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. It has 5% squalene, hyaluronic acid, and I got mine in the shade 317. So I'm interested to see. That's the other thing. I haven't been to Walmart. Usually I just order stuff on like Ulta or Target or whatever. I went to Walmart to order, I think I was picking up cat food for Sochu. And I want to say this was the only one that wasn't opened and used already. Like, I get that you want a shade match, but no one wants to purchase something that you already opened. So I'm really hoping this is the right shade. I'm just trying to shade match on their website, but we'll see. See, and my fingers feel really like slippy and greasy after that primer now. Fingers crossed that this works. The one thing I have noticed, and I noticed this yesterday when I used a foundation that I absolutely love in the summer. I don't like mattifying foundations at all, unless I have like a juicy base underneath, because they just dry down and they make my skin look even more mature. I mean, it's mature skin, but I don't need you to exaggerate that it's mature. Oh, this is nice. It's kind of glowy, but so is that pore filling foundation. So I don't think it filled my pores. Just means I'll have to try this again with a different primer. This was a good shade match. I love when I can just go to the like Walmart or the drugstore or whatever and shade match and not mess it up. Because they don't have testers like at Sephora. I think it would alleviate every product in like the makeup aisle being opened and tested if they had a tester. Now, no one really works in the makeup department of those stores, so there's that. But it kind of sucks when you go and you find your shade, but it's already been like used a couple times. It's also doing a good job of canceling out the redness in my skin. But I don't know that I'm a huge fan of this primer. That's only one layer. I don't know that I want to build it like super intense. I'll do one more like small pump on cheeks. I do have some cream products. So this is the Iconic London Contour Precision Duo, or Precision Duo Contour Pot. I had it in shade light, or no, medium, and it was too pale. So this is in tan. Now, the cool thing about this is it actually has two different layers. There's the bottom one, which is cream, and then there's this one, which is powder. So I'm going to use the cream first, and then after I'm set, I'll go use the powder. So angled contour brush. It literally looks like I didn't pick anything up. Oh, it kind of did. Not bad. It does look a little warmer than I would do for contour, whereas the powder looks like it might be a little cooler, but it's not bad. I've really been liking cream contours. They just melt into the skin and look so nice. And then I also have a bronzer from Saie. This is in shade medium bronze. It's their sun melt bronzer. Thankfully I'm remembering all the creams today. I say that and I'll probably forget one. I just dipped in ever so slightly. Okay, apparently I can go in a little bit heavier. Ooh, that's subtle. I'm not mad at that, which means I can build it. I have been seeing the reviews on these and it looks amazing. I really like how this is building. I was at Target the other day and I picked these earrings up. They are the cutest. I'll see if I can find them and link them down below. I like the little like ear crawlers. When I was in Japan, that was like all the hype there. My sister came to visit and bought me one, which I have recently lost. I was out one night and all of a sudden I had no earring because it was one that it didn't have a stud in the back of it. It was like a flat bar and then looped around, and it must have just wiggled its way out. But I have since lost it. I've had it for quite some time and it was one of my favorites. So I found these at Target. Came with like 2 pairs of earrings for 25 bucks. I still need to do my concealer, which is not new. This is the Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour, but the powder I have is new. This is the Kosas Comfy Cloud Set. I just got the mini and I didn't remember getting the mini, but I did. I looked at my Sephora order. So let me go ahead and do my concealer really quick and then we'll set everything. Because the other thing I might have to do is go back in with my bronzer a little bit just right here because I tend to take my concealer up that direction. But concealer is the last thing I do when I'm using cream products. Alright, now I'm taking my Beauty Blender puff and just... Oh, that powder is nice. Interesting. Well, the nice thing is my foundation hasn't fallen into my lines up here, which is good. But I don't know if that's the foundation or it's the primer. That kind of smoothed out my skin pretty good. I mean, I can still see my pores right through here, so I don't think the primer did the job it said it was going to. But the rest of my skin looks really nice. I'm interested to continue trying this. Now I know we need to finish off the under eye, and the under eye is just going to be the neutral palette from Lunar Beauty. But might as well get it out of the way before I do everything else. Going into the shade Vibes, we're literally going to do everything we did up here, down here. And can we talk about how big this mirror is in this palette? I absolutely love it. Going into the shade Moody. And then into the shade Deeper. I'm really liking how my eyes look right now. They're just so mesmerizing with this shade. And then just to make sure we don't have any like glitter in the crease that you don't want, just go back and fluff it out. Now, to finish off the face. So going into Iconic London, and this is the powder. I'm just gonna go and finesse a little bit of it in there. Yeah, this one is a much better shade match than the original one that I got, and I think the original was part of a subscription box. And I have literally never went and repurchased a product that didn't work from my subscription box. But this, I was so bummed that it wasn't the right shade because I liked it. Even though it was light, I could kind of see it, but I was like, okay, I wanted to get it in a deeper shade and give it a shot. Now for blush, I'm kind of excited for this. This is also from Iconic London. It is the Kissed by the Sun Multi-Use Cheek Glow, and it's in the shade Playtime. I don't like their packaging because it shows all the fingerprints, but that's just preference. Some people don't care. I, on the other hand, don't like it. This reminds me of NARS Orgasm. It even has like the gold glitter. So this might be a little more like pinky than peachy, but they are very similar. This is more pinky, this is more peachy. So if you like NARS Orgasm, you might like this shade. So maybe if you don't like the peachiness of NARS Orgasm, you might like this because it has that same sheen. It's just more pinky. It's a really pretty pinky flush. Now, I did also pick up a highlighter from Kmart Cosmetics. This is the Diamond Glow in number 3. Look how awesome that looks. Oh, that is intense. Oh, I cannot wear that to work. I am really excited to try this out. There is a mirror in the compact, which is nice. There's like gold and silver glitter in here. Now I want to pick up more shades. Like, oh my, I just like slightly dipped in. Holy, you guys. I am going to close my eye because there is some glitter in it and I don't want it in my eyeball. Oh, look at that. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite brands that I've tried recently. All right, I dipped in slightly because we got to do the brow bone. Can I disperse it? Holy, you guys. Oh my goodness. Go in gently. We still have the cheeks. The cheeks, you guys. There is some like fallout from the gold glitter. I'll dust it away before I set my face. She is beaming. And that was gentle. Like, literally, I just slightly dipped in. Oh no, I was closing my eyes for that. I might do a more precise brush for my nose because I don't want it to fluff everywhere. If you are looking for an intense highlighter, look no further. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm about to go and order every single shade. I'm going to use my large brush to kind of flake away the loose particles of glitter. Actually, one thing I meant to use before all of this, and I was going to have it on my lips while I did my makeup, is the Dior Lip Glow Oil. This is in the shade Cherry, which is just like luscious red. I tried this out when I unboxed my Sephora haul. It feels so good on the lips. It's so hydrating. I just want it to sit on my lips while I do my brows and eyeliner and until I come back for mascara because I don't have any new products in those categories. It smells delicious. Let me go do that and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I'm back for mascara. I have the Maybelline The Falsies Surreal. I saw this and I wanted to try it out and I'm pretty sure this is new. I think it is because I hadn't seen it before, but lashes are curled and I want to see what this looks like. So this is the wand. That thing is massive. I feel like mascara wands get bigger and bigger each time, but why? Disclaimer, I have thick, full, long lashes already, so I was very lucky that way. I don't use a serum to make them thick or full, but I don't wear false lashes because they're just overly dramatic. Oh, wow. Can you guys see? I think when I turn my head, you guys are better off at seeing them. That like pulled everything apart, and that's only one coat. We're just complaining about the size of the wand. It is actually doing a really good job of pulling my lashes apart. Like, I know the black eyeliner does not help. Let's go in for another coat. I saw something about this mascara and there's like an AI that's doing the advertisement for it. I was like, the heck is that? What do we think about people being replaced with computer animated to try out makeup? Because their skin's gonna be perfect. Just saying. So with mascara, without. Without looks like I have no eyelashes. So this is why I have to wear mascara of some sort. And usually it's black. I wonder what it would look like if I went in with a third coat. I almost couldn't count with my fingers. The struggle is real, you guys. I actually have to go back to work tomorrow. And by work, I mean school. So I have a month-long school before I check into my new command. I am not complaining. School is not that bad because there's not a lot of like major responsibilities. And it is a school I have already gone to over 18 years ago. When I was getting ready to transfer, and my detailer, the guy who wrote my orders, he was like, hey, you need this NEC. And I was like, oh, I already have that. And he's like, no, you have like the old NEC. And I was like, yeah, I still have the NEC. He was like, so they need you to have the updated. What, you mean technology has changed in 18 years? So I'm going back to learn a system I learned when I was a wee OS 3. And I mean, it'll be a good refresher, but I did the watch officer course last year. Sailor on. I'm not complaining. I'm excited to go to school. Gets me off the ship, gets me out of the command. It's just a different base, different area of Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, anything. I'm rambling now. Okay, so I like how my lashes have turned out. I'm really liking my eyes. We do have lips. Now, I have the lip oil on. It's so juicy. So slippy and like feels so nice on the lips. Now, I have a lip liner from Revlon. This is the Colorstay Longwear Lip Liner. I noticed something different when I went and purchased this. So this is the natural, and it tells you what it pairs well with. So it pairs well with nudes and browns. And then it tells you in their color line, like which shades you should use it with. Do I have a Revlon lipstick to use it with? No, because I have this one from Lancôme, which the component is super cool. I have it in the shade Tendre Mirage, and it's a cream, and it's kind of like a nude shade. So figured we would try out the lip liner, and we all know how much I love to do this. It is like a peachy nude. It's like nude. They said natural. I will agree with that. But natural for who? It almost looks invisible. Might need a deeper shade in this liner, but I did want to try it out, and it was super creamy going on the lips. I mean, and the whole point of a lip liner is to keep your lipstick from like bleeding and feathering everywhere. Now, going into Lancôme. Tell me why it is the perfect match for that lip liner. Tell me why it smells like L'Oreal's lipstick. Are they incorporated? I don't know. I'm really bad with knowing who the high-end brands own in the affordable range, but it would make sense because L'Oreal and Lancôme, they literally have like the similar scent of their lipsticks. So that is really creamy, and I have 2 lip glosses, and I thought about using them. I might still use this shade. So I have the Infallible Pro Gloss. This is supposed to last 8 hours. I know I just decluttered a whole bunch of mine. I have the shades, so let's see. This one is 115 Blush, and it is the lighter pink shade. And then I have 505 Modern Mauve, which is the deeper of the shades, and I think I want to use this one. Ooh, that is chemical scented. I don't know that I need lip gloss on top of this because it is already shiny and creamy. It is a little bit deeper. My rule of thumb is if my hair is going to be down, I don't usually use lip gloss, but whatever. I'm back, and this is the final look. I'm really liking how my eyes turned out, and I say that quite a bit because it is one of my focal points. If my eyes turn out, then the rest of it, I don't really care. I say that, but I will go and fix my makeup. I predominantly gravitate towards my eyes because I love the color of my eyes, so I want to accentuate that. We all have a feature that we like. Let me know what your favorite feature is that you try and accentuate. I'm interested. Now, let's recap. All right, so one of my favorites, and I am really excited because I'm gonna go and probably buy a whole bunch more things from this brand. This is the Kmart Cosmetics, and these two, beautiful. I used Phoenix today, which is the pinky purple to like, there's even like an orangey gold shift. I do want to use Flamethrower at a later date, but these, absolutely stunning. I will link them down below. And then the highlighter, seriously, shade number 3 in the Diamond Glow. I barely went into it and it went on so beautifully. Use a light hand if you don't want it everywhere. And there is chunks of glitter, so it was easy to like brush away with a dry brush. Something I was disappointed in, and I don't know if it's the primer or whatever. It is probably the primer, the Hard Candy Pore Defense. I don't think it actually filled in my pores. It looks kind of smooth, but not how I would want it, because I love my Tarte Timeless. I love the Cali Ray. Complex Culture has a really good one. Those ones I gravitate towards, and I don't have to use like a second layer for my pores. So I don't know that I'm going to keep this. I might just declutter it. I did get it at the drugstore or at Walmart, so it was very affordable, but I'm kind of disappointed because I like finding affordable brands that do the same thing that my more expensive makeup does. So I'm kind of bummed on this. The Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. Really like this. I do want to try it with a different primer because I'm not a huge fan of how the primer I used today worked. So my skin everywhere else looks really nice, like my forehead and whatnot. But the porous areas right here, and I don't know what the heck is going on right here. I haven't had a breakout since I was like 20. But I will definitely be trying this out again with a different primer. And then the Kosas powder, Comfy Cloud Set powder. This, I'm kind of bummed I got the like mini. Now I kind of wish I had gotten the bigger size. So I'll use this, and then if I still love it, I'll pick up a bigger size. The bronzer, the Sun Melt bronzer from Saie. This went on so nicely, just super buildable and smooth and creamy. And even with powder on top of it, it set and looks natural. Absolutely love that. And the Iconic Contour, not disappointed. I already knew that I liked it. I just needed a different shade. This, the Iconic London Kiss by the Sun Multi-Use Cheek Glow. If you like NARS Orgasm and just want something a little more pinky, this is definitely that shade. I really like this. I'll keep reaching for it. I really think that it just makes the skin look healthy and glowy. The lips, I really like how my lips turned out. I might need a deeper shade of the lip liner. Natural is good. We all need a natural for nudes and whatever, but it was really pale. So I might need a deeper shade, which not a big deal. And the lip from Lancôme, really pretty with the lip gloss. And you guys know I already have been raving about the lip oil. Love this from Dior. Now, the mascara. I really like this. I don't know how it's gonna look if you have short eyelashes or they're really thin, but it pulled all the lashes apart. It made them look wider and bigger. I really like how my lashes are right now. Like, you can kind of see from the side profile. Let me know if you tried this out. I saw it at Target, that's where I picked mine up, and I'll probably reach for this quite a bit. I do have some other mascaras I need to kind of declutter, but this one, I really enjoy this. If you're looking for something without having to put false lashes on, this might be it. So definitely check that out. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are there any products you're looking to pick up? Have you tried any of them? Are there things that I need to try out that you recommend? Put it in the comments and I will definitely interact with you down there. Before you guys go, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.